George was on his way from Liverpool to the capital. Driving along the night road, George noticed the absence of cars. He couldn't remember the last time he had seen a passing car. A woman's silhouette appeared on the side of the road. Very young, looking like a typical beauty student, decently dressed. Jeans and a plaid shirt. Her long blonde hair fluttered down to her shoulder blades. The girl held out her hand with her thumb forward. George didn't pass her and pulled over to the curb, right next to her. "Thank you," she said, climbing into the car. "What's a nice girl like that doing alone at night in a place like this?" George asked, looking at the girl. Her figure was okay, but her looks, she looked like she had escaped from some children's cartoon. Her beauty was unreal. "I'm hitchhiking," the girl answered. "And you're not scared?" "No. I have my little friend with me." She tapped her pocket, from which a pepper spray was partially sticking out. "That's right," George nodded. "My name is Christy. What's yours?" "George." "Where are you going?" George asked. "Nowhere," the girl replied. A loud beeping sounded in her ears. George pressed the brake pedal and almost flew out of the car. He looked at the passenger seat, but there was no one there. After getting out of the car and looking around, the guy realized that the girl couldn't have jumped out, and he was driving at a decent speed. George got back in the car, grabbed his head, and sighed heavily. What was that? A question flashed through his mind. Recovering from the shock, George drove on. The nasty squeak still sounded in his ears, echoing in his head and causing a slight headache. "I guess it's just a dream. Just a dream," he thought, but immediately realized that it wasn't. He was awake, but the hallucinations were attributed to fatigue. He sank back into deep reverie. The endless road, partially illuminated by headlights, was a little frightening with its dark shroud. Because of that strange incident with the girl, George was beginning to be afraid. Another silhouette appeared in the distance. George shuddered, looked closer. This time, it was a man standing on the curb with his right arm outstretched. He looked quite human. Just a man in a white tracksuit with a backpack over his shoulder. George decided to stop after all. The man quickly got into the car and thanked the driver, to which George nodded silently. "Chilly," said the travel companion. "It's always like this at night in Mother England," George said reluctantly. "I can't get used to it. I'm a visitor myself, and it's always sunny in my country. Where are you from?" The traveler ignored the question. It seemed strange, but George didn't ask again. They rode in silence for a long time before the traveler spoke again. "How long have you been traveling?" "I've been on the road for about half an hour." "That must be a long time. Are you tired?" "A little bit. We could stop and rest, but not now. I have to go to London right away." "Why?" "I have to work the day after tomorrow. I have a day to prepare and everything." "Strange, strange. What's strange about it? Are you people always in a hurry?" George looked at his traveling companion, but instead of a man, he saw a humanoid creature. Its entire body was made of purple-colored sand. The whites of its eyes were oval, perfectly white like the first snow, and its pupils were as black as the night sky. Instead of a nose, there were two small holes, and the mouth had a slightly rounded shape. Slowly turning his head toward George, the traveling companion continued. "I've been observing humans for several long years now, and I keep wondering. Always in a hurry to get somewhere. You never think about time. And then when the end comes, you regret having been in a hurry all your life. You start to remember everything that happened to you. It's sad. It's happy. Who are you? Where are you from?" George asked anxiously. "I'm from the Red Planet. Don't be afraid of me. I won't kill you. I just want to know all about humans." The alien travel companion stopped talking and looked up at the night sky. "What a beautiful starry sky," said the Martian with a smile, and immediately sowed a bright white light. George covered his eyes with his hands, which made the car wiggle on the road. The light grew brighter and brighter. It went on like this for a minute. until the car hit a tree. George hit his forehead on the steering wheel and lost consciousness. A few minutes later, he came to his senses and looked around. There was no one around. So it had been a dream after all. Such a thought made George laugh nervously. The boy got out of the car. The battered hood hinted at repairs. George looked up at the sky. Among 1,000 stars, one stood out with its bright light. It was true. What a beautiful starry sky.